Hey, what's up guys? It's Oakley and we'll be doing Total War Warhammer back to regular programming despite the change in channel name, I would say the mix-up that happened there. A lot of people were kind of confused and yeah, I just decided to rip the band-aid off all at once. So you're going to be seeing me getting back to Total War. I do not intend to get away from it anytime soon. And so we're going to be having a battle here. It's on a cool custom map, Couronne Tournament Grounds here. So it has like a racing track around it with lots of bleachers, and then little areas on top where I guess you could watch duels take place. For this tournament battle, we're going to be having the Beastmen. That's my force over here. Facing off against me is going to be vampires. We have bloody hands. And I really like this tournament grounds. All open flat fields with a little bit of variety of terrain, but it's all about a beatdown up further to the front. And then I have chaos as an ally. And then we have the vampire lord moving forward, and I'm like, okay, is he suicidal? What is he trying to do? Because he's just running up straight into our troops, and we were wondering what he was doing, but all of a sudden it starts to dawn on me, oh shit, he's gonna line up the sickest spell that's gonna cut through all of these. So I start telling my ally, move, 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 because look at this. Yep, he's getting ready to cast his spell. Oh shit, are we gonna get out of there in time? He's readjusting it. Oh, looks like Wind of Death is going to catch half of these Chaos Warriors, and then my ally goes back through them and gets it. Oh my god, that was a ridiculous amount of kills on that guy. How many? 41 kills? Right from the start of the battle. That is absurd. Slaughtered a Chaos Warrior unit, and so this Chaos Force is pretty much sunk at this point. I mean, that's been shattered. He's moving forward, even with his artillery not firing. I don't know what's going on. So the tournament grounds on that side are not going too well. Meanwhile, I'm just kind of holding back. I've got my giant Gorbel positioned on this flank. He's just going to start tossing stones over at the enemy. Meanwhile, the Chaos Lord here gets a little bit ahead of himself, and he's going to be face to face with the Vampire Lord. Yes, I have supporting fire, but this Manticore is just not powerful enough to deal with the Vampire Count Lord, and he's going to be popping all sorts of ability, Red Fury, so he's going to be hell-bent on killing us. I push more forward with some Minotaurs with shields to try and beat back some of the enemy early pushes. It looks like my ally is not going to be keen on just the theory that you need to force the enemy back and then retreat. He's hell-bent on getting everything into the mix. Although he does get a nice spell off. So tit for tat a bit here. But it's not really going to do as much damage. Meanwhile, those Chaos Warhounds are shattered, and here comes the full brunt of this assault coming forward at the lines of Chaos, really decimated down the center. The Lords are still dueling. The Chaos Sorcerer has been seen off. My bows are still firing away. We're doing a fair amount of damage, but now here come the main lines. They're starting to close. I'm taking some pretty big pot shots at them, but they're being healed up rather handedly by the Corpse Cart. Meanwhile, a White King is also pushing forward. So the tournament rounds are going to get underway. I pull back to the lip of the hill here, which is where we want to engage. Looks like we miss a little bit. But yeah, I'm pulling back just until I get by myself a little bit more time, and then we're going to sprint across the tournament grounds. And this looks like it's straight out of a commercial. So we're going to engage up through the center. Don't expect to win too much, but I just want to tie the enemy down before I come in from the flank with my Minotaurs. So they're going to barrel into this force. Front lines are engaged. Graveguard has taken a pretty heavy beating. So of my guys, I'm going to pull around with my Chaos Warhounds to try and strike at Night Goblins and the forces. The Lord is going to commit himself here, and my bows are going to try and pull up and deal damage to him. Meanwhile, over here, oh my god, the crushing damage against Chaos. Just everything. Looks like the Orc Boar Boys even managed to get around back of Chaos, and Chosen Warriors with Halberds are going down. This has been a complete slaughter on this front. The Hell Cannon was just slaughtered by all the bow fire. So Chaos is getting absolutely thrashed. Not something you'd expect them. Of all the tournament warriors, you'd think they would win, but no, that's not going to be the case. And I've never really seen anyone bring Wolf Riders with archers, but pretty interesting move to bring that. I guess they're pretty good at focusing fire down the Chaos Giant. And then Wozog is coming in through here, popping Wah, making his guys do a lot of damage. The Vampire Lord has chased after my clustered Ungor Raiders. He's doing okay, but over here the Graveguard have shattered my forces, mostly because of the Vampire count in close support. I'm trying to get after this Corpse Cart, but I really can't punch through. I tried to pull through with Morgor and some of my Minotaurs, but forces were blocking us. And we do have the enemy White Lord still in the center, but it looks like some of these forces are going to start crumbling, so we're hell-bent on pushing through. I'm trying to get at this corpse cart. I do raise some chaos spawns, so this is going to help to turn the tide somewhat, but now what we have is my side is all enveloped here, and the vampire counts can turn everything. So now we have a big mash of units up through the center, and I don't have much left in the back. I have a couple units, warhounds that were thrown against these night goblins, but now the orc warboy big guns are going to be around here, plus the black knights, and now they're going to come after my monstrous artillery support, and he should be able to hold out pretty well, smashing them down like that. And my bows are still alive. They're going to start targeting the enemy vampire lord. A lot of healing going on here. And yeah, things are not looking super good for me. I try and pull around with my Gorbel around the back. I did want to snipe this corpse cart. And so I'm going to tumble straight into this, do a lot of damage, but this thing has already gotten its money's worth. And the White King comes in after me, and this corpse cart's going to try and bury itself in the mass of troops to try and get away. And so I'm not going to be able to hew my way through that quickly enough. Meanwhile, Chaos is done collapsing. Night Goblins finishing off the last of these Chaos Warriors who are holding out strong at the end of the tournament grounds. This is a pretty cool sight. Big guns taking them out. And then a mix of units claiming our side of the territory. So this is kind of a cool little mini game map here. I'm actually excited to play a couple more of these fights. Didn't really know what I was getting into when I joined the battle. I'd never played on this custom map and didn't see a preview of the map when I loaded up. So yeah, Beastmen, the build at least that I brought, is definitely not beneficial. Wasted a lot of money on units that had Vanguard deployment without actually being able to use that at all. So that's money wasted. I mean, if you want to do anything on Tournament Grounds, there's nowhere to run in this, and so you're perhaps even best just doing a heavy Minotaur build, or even a mass Cygor and just swarming everything, smashing it through the center. Even cannons and artillery would do pretty well on this map, but then again, it's kind of tricksy. Considering the short rush distance. But anyways, that's it. My force ends up dying here. The corpse cart sustaining the vampire forces, and then the entirety of Bloody Hands coming back around and hitting the back of my force, and I collapse. So not the best of battles, I would say. Not the most strategic or entertaining. I mean, it is a tournament ground. You just smash into each other. But I figured I'd showcase the map and then reassure people that we are going to have our normal programming despite the little name change that happened. Let's go ahead and end the replay and take a look at some of the final stats here. Fair amount of kills on my guys. Of course, Minotaur is getting most of the kills, even the Cygor with a lot. And surprisingly, the Warhound's getting a ton of kills. I think most of that was against, where are they? Yeah, this Night Goblin force. So really not trading super effectively. If we take a look at Chaos here, Chaos got absolutely slaughtered. I mean, if you see, actually, he didn't even have Chosen. I thought I saw Chosen. No, these are Chaos Warriors with halberds. Yikes, that's frightfully bad. A Chaos Giant with 18, pretty terrible. Some of the Chaos Warriors doing okay, the ones who weren't decimated, but, I mean, take a look at this guy. Vampire Lord with 123 kills, most of that with the early kills against Chaos, and then swarming in and hitting my light troops. Yeah, I mean, Shas O Narazim Zerin, whatever that is, getting a lot of value for his build here. Pretty interesting to see Graveguard. I mean, this is actually pretty much tuned for a tournament fight. Graveguard hold pretty well, armor piercing and all that. Plus a corpse guard in the back, no ability to flank around it. It sustains the main battle line, and then necromancers to not only heal up your guys, but also raise more dead and just do a grinding fight. So this is actually a pretty good tailored build for that. If we take a look at the Bloody Hands, I'm not quite sure, not quite convinced about their build, but then again, they did go pretty melee heavy with Night Goblin archers. To do some poison and sustain damage. So yeah, this build was kind of somewhat tailored to the fight. Going back on our side, you could say Chaos kind of was. I don't know why we ended up bringing these Warhounds. I brought them just to try and flank around, and I guess they did okay. But yeah, my build just ate shit. So really terrible job for me and my allies' side, but nonetheless, I hope you guys did enjoy a little bit of eye candy, at least, and an introduction to the map. I'll link it below in the description if you're interested in playing it on your own time. And yeah, perhaps it's even better for a 1v1 fight, or if you want to do honor rules where everyone can only bring lords, that could get kind of interesting. So that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed. Stay tuned for the next battle, and yeah, bye-bye. Let's not do that here, okay?
Huh?
Huh?
Can I say it and then you start?
Fine.
Alt, N, and play.
3. You have to do.
Hey!
You have to do 3, 2, 1.
Okay. Alt, N, and play.
No, 3, 2, 1.
Then play?
Yes.
Okay. Alt, you're not pressing Alt.
It's already been done.
Okay. Alt, N. Are you recording now?
Oh my god. Yes.
Okay. Alt, N, 3, 2, 1, and play.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Oakley.